Hello and welcome to the Football Radio Show. Casey Allen here with Dave Hewitt. Now, we all know the popularity of football is greater now than ever. It is a game that truly excels in the medium of television. At home, you have your own comfortable couch, no line to go to the bathroom, a fridge full of food and beverages, not to mention that handy yellow line projected on the TV to let you know exactly where a team needs to get to make the first down. By comparison, the stadium experience has a tough time competing, with the NFL constantly looking into ways to entice fans to come see the game live. It's no wonder that they are taking a serious look at an invention conceived and developed by Alan Amron. Give a great big Football Radio Show welcome to our guests here to discuss the First Down Laser system, inventor Alan Amron and director of PR for FirstDownLaser.com, Larry Weisman. Fellas, thanks for joining us. Alan, our first question is for you. For our fans that don't know, can you explain exactly what the First Down Laser is?
First Down Laser is a projected laser across the field, 55 yards from one side of the field to the other, 6 inches wide, to determine where on the field the first down is. So it would be on the flag set. So wherever the flag sets are to depict where the first down line would be, instead of having an imaginary line that goes across the field, we have the actual 6-inch wide, 55-yard cross green line on the field.
Okay, hi, it's Dave here. Alan, when did you first come up with the idea, and what was the inspiration?
It was a long time ago when the yellow line came out the first year. Everybody loved it and everybody watched it. And the second year, the NFL told Fox Sports that they didn't want to use it anymore. It wasn't practical. It wasn't what they wanted. And so the following year, they didn't have it. And the fans were going, okay, where's the yellow line? We want that yellow line. So they put it back in the third year. And obviously, they've never taken it off since, and it's been very successful. In about the second year, when the people were looking for it, I realized that it wasn't really on the field, and that putting the line on the field would be much better. So I developed a system, a laser system, demonstrated it for the NFL in those days, and the UFL, and we've developed it into now a flag set, which is it evolved into that today.
All right, Larry, you've been around football and connected to the NFL for almost 30 years. Why get into the laser business?
I think it's the next really exciting and important development that you can see in professional football. Obviously, it works very well on television with the yellow line. The biggest problem confronting a lot of these sports leagues today is how to replicate in the stadium the experience fans have at home. I mean, the whole paradigm has shifted. It's a different world. Obviously, people don't go to every NFL game or every CFL game or college football game, but sometimes they go for the first time, and when they do, they say, where are the lines? I can't see. You're accustomed to announcements and you're accustomed to instant replay, and the leagues have and colleges have done this with the video scoreboards, trying to show you more video, show you replays, to do the things that you're accustomed to at home. The one thing that they have not done, and Alan, loves to quote this line, and I'm probably stealing it right out of his playbook. The only line on the field that you can't see is probably the most important one, the first down line. You can see the end zone, you can see the goal line, you can see the sidelines. You cannot see the first down line. So we think it would be a great enhancement for fans, for players, for coaches, and obviously could be a great practice tool as well.
All right, Alan, the late, great NFL broadcasting legend Pat Summerall was a business partner. How did you meet him, and how did you get him involved in First Down Lasers?
When I invented First Down Laser, at the time I was a signatory agent with the Writers Guild in Hollywood, and I represented an FBI agent who was a writer. And along the way, he told me that his sister's married to Pat Summerall. So I said, wow, that's cool, and never really did anything about it until one day when I invented First Down Laser. I called, his name is Mike Burns. I called Mike on the phone, and I said, Mike, listen, can you introduce me to Pat? I got a great idea for the NFL and for football. And so he said to me, let me talk to Pat and see if he's interested. And it was a matter of, I would say, 48 hours. I was in front of Pat Summerall, and then Pat Summerall put me in front of the NFL. So it was really cool.
Nice. Awesome. Hey, Larry, we know the NFL competition committee, let's just say they're never in a big rush to implement change. How has the process been in getting them to take a serious look at this technology?
Well, Alan had met with them well before I ever became involved with the company. And discussions with the NFL are ongoing. They're certainly aware of the progress we made when the laser system was used at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships last month in Eugene, Oregon. So, it is a slow process. As a writer for USA Today, I covered the instant replay debate year after year after year. And a lot of people, they think that instant replay always existed in the form that it is. But it got voted in and voted out and voted out and voted in and was on a one-year basis for many years and was a continuing point of dispute because the league jealously and zealously guards its trademark and its product, and that is exactly the way it should. So when it goes to add a product or do something that can affect the way a game is played or viewed, the league takes maximum caution and a conservative viewpoint, and we don't blame them for that, not at all.
Okay, once again, our guests are inventor Alan Amron and director of PR Larry Weisman of First Down Lasers Systems. Now, Alan, the NFL has been dragging its feet, as we mentioned, in committing to first down lasers. But other sports have jumped at the chance to incorporate this technology. Talk about some of those success stories.
Well, when we had a little bit of publicity, if you will, write-ups during the Super Bowl this year, we were contacted by the United States trackandfield.org. They wanted us to use our line in track and field, which we didn't ever thought of. So we asked them how do they want us to use it. They gave us some examples. We did some animations. Then we actually did a demonstration for them. And this all happened like within a 2-month period. And all of a sudden, after our demonstration at the historic Haywood Field, they said, we need you in 2 weeks at the NCAA track and field outdoor event. And we said, that's impossible. We can't be ready that fast. But they said, you have to.
Wow.
And we sort of like found a way, and we got there, and we were very proud and happy, and it worked out so well. And we woke up the next morning. We went for breakfast at IHOP. We opened up the local newspapers, and we were written about in the sports pages that the most winningest thing at the track and field was the leader line, the laser leader line that everybody was talking about. And then we have in soccer, I met with the European Soccer League, who is interested in demonstrating we have an offside line in soccer where our offside line would stay behind the team that the other team needs to watch, and the referees are always on an angle, or the line judges are on such angles sometimes that they don't know when somebody's behind the imaginary offside line. So what our laser would do is, in this particular case, it would move up and down the field following the team that's not allowed to be behind them. So we're working a demonstration out with the European Soccer League. They're going to have probably in September a demonstration with our equipment there.
Very cool.
Let me jump in real quick on one thing. We've never said that the NFL is dragging its feet on on implementing this system. We say that the NFL is being very cautious, and we're grateful that they've continued to talk to us about the product. But we would never say that they're dragging their feet. We just, we do continue to talk to them, and they are apprised of the progress we're making, and we understand the pace at which the league works.
Yeah, we'll take full credit for saying that they drag their feet. As the fan, we've been waiting for several things for them to finally come around on, and they eventually get there. We obviously think the NFL is the best sporting league in the world, so we are going to cut them a little slack on our side. Now, speaking of the NFL, Larry, late season weather conditions are a huge part of the allure of the NFL. Does poor weather like rain, snow, or fog impact the first down laser's effectiveness?
No, I don't really think it should. And, the main piece of equipment is located in the tunnel. And, Alan had experience with this in Oregon. It certainly survived the heat fairly well. It was very hot at the track meet. Alan, you could address that better than I. You know the specs on the equipment.
Right. The actual equipment, the laser itself, is usually in the tunnel underneath. We had kept it out in Oregon at the stadium for track and field because we needed to keep an eye on it. It was a little different, and we were projecting it from a stadium roof as opposed to being on the ground in the stadium at the football games. But to answer your question was more, and I understood it to be, will the weather conditions affect the line? If there's an NFL game in the snow, you're not going to see any lines on the field except for our green laser line right across the beautiful white field. So it works great during the snow. A rainstorm, if it's a light rainstorm, no big deal. If it's a heavy rainstorm, anybody that knows anything about lasers tend to glisten, to pulsate. So in a rainstorm, you'll see a lot of laser jumping around on the field, and so they may not use it as much in a strong blizzard rain. Light rain's not bad, but a heavy rain is going to cause a lot of the lasers to be phosphorescent, it'll look.
All right, Alan, now the NFL is clearly looking for ways to enhance the attendees' viewing experience at the games, as well as player safety. Now, first down lasers can play a role in both of those areas. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, our main thing with our laser line is fan experience. We believe it brings fan experience like right up front where TV's yellow line does. The second thing is the officiating. With our line on the field, the officiating is going to be a lot easier and a lot more accurate. And then the third thing, like you're talking about, is player safety. When a player is running to try to make a first down, he's constantly stretching and reaching to see the first down marker on the left-hand side, put the ball out in front of him so that he can make the first down, and he's opening himself up to a severe injury by a guy coming across that wants to clip him.
Yeah.
So with our line on the field, you won't have to be stretching and pulling and moving. All you got to do is just tuck the ball, look straight ahead, and go right to the line. So safety-wise, it's going to help them a lot.
Now, Alan, you mentioned this influencing the way the game is officiated a little bit. Is this something that we could see maybe in goal line situations eventually too?
Yes, but again, it's up to the NFL or the CFL or whatever, the NCAA, whatever college team or football team decides to use it in whichever way they want to use it. Some of them are going to want to use it down by the goal line during the play. Some of them are going to not. So it's totally up to whoever's going to use the equipment.
You know, Football Radio's official stance on this, we love technology becoming part of the game. We have it. It seems silly not to use it. It was a while before they had high-definition monitors for all the instant replays. So this is a no-brainer to us. We would like to see this at the games as soon as possible. So you know what? That is actually going to do it for this episode of the Football Radio Show. Once again, we would like to thank our guests, Alan Amron and Larry Weisman. And for more information, head on over to firstdownlaser.com. There are some very cool animated video demos over there and a lot of good information. You are definitely going to want to check that out. For Dave, I'm Casey. We are the Football Radio Show.